Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the Grow News Network. And I'm sure you guys have heard of this story already. And if you haven't heard of it, there was this ninth grader named Ahmed Mohamed. He invented a clock and he brought it to school and he showed his engineering teacher the whole clock, which he built from scratch. He showed the clock to his engineering teacher, and his engineering teacher was impressed. But the engineering teacher told him, don't show this to anybody, and for him to keep it so nobody would see it. And then his teacher, his English teacher, heard the clock go off, and the teacher wanted to know what that was, and asked him to bring it to her. I think it was a female. I think it was female. And the teacher saw the thing and took it away from him, and the authorities were alerted. Now, we live in this post 9/11, post Boston bombing society, where if your name is Muslim, like Ahmed Mohamed, hey, you're automatically a suspect for terrorism. And I'm sorry, but that's the way it is in America. I mean, all this bullshit that's going on, whether you believe 9/11 was an inside job or the Boston bombing thing was a hoax, it is what it is. Because there are laws put in place for law enforcement, teachers, whoever, to enforce this suspicion, to where even the most innocent kid, especially if he's Muslim, to be looked at as a potential terrorist or a criminal. And this kid, Ahmed Mohamed, was arrested, put in handcuffs. I'm gonna put it as the picture of this video, as a thumbnail for this video. He was put in handcuffs and he was interrogated by 5 officers. I mean, 5 officers. And one of the officers asked him, so you tried to make a bomb? And Ahmed said, no, I was trying to make a clock. And one of the other officers said, it looks like a movie bomb to me, Bob. Yep, he a terrorist, Bob. And do note that this happened in Irving, Texas. Oh boy, Irving, Texas. And then this kid was interrogated. He was interrogated for hours. Wasn't allowed to get in contact with his parents. And even Ahmed himself said he wasn't treated like a human throughout all this. He was treated like a terrorist. And he's 14 years old. It's a damn shame. But guess what? You won't know what the sad thing is? The school is within their rights to do this. And guess what? Ahmed got suspended for 3 days. Not because he violated a school policy, but because of suspicion. Yeah. That's what he got suspended for. Suspicion. Oh, and if you thought, and if you think this is rich, check out the letter that they sent to his parents. I'm going to read the letter to you. And this is from the Irving Independent School District, where Daniel Cummings is the principal. And this was sent September 5th, 2015, yesterday. It says, dear parents / guardians, in Irving ISD and at MacArthur High School, your child's safety and well-being is always our top priority. Well, shit, if that was your top priority, you wouldn't have treated him like a fucking criminal. You wouldn't interrogate him. But let's move on. Top priority, and we want to maintain open, honest, and timely communication with you. Well, shit, if you wanted to, before you arrested him or whatever, you should have called him to your office without any police. You should have called his parents there and had one of them to come up there, and you could have talked to one of his parents then without the police, without putting the kid in handcuffs. But no. Anyway, if there was ever an imminent threat to your child, we would take immediate and necessary precautions, and we would inform you immediately. Yeah. Just like you did when the English teacher found out and the English teacher told you, but instead of you calling his parents, the authorities were informed, and he was taken through interrogation like he was a terrorist. Right. And continuing on, it says, while we do not have any threats to our school community, we want you to be aware that the Irving Police Department responded to a suspicious looking item on campus yesterday. No. The English teacher responded to a suspicious looking item on campus yesterday. You know what? Never mind. Moving on. We are pleased to report that after the police department's assessment, interrogation, assessment my ass, the item discovered at school did not pose a threat to your child's safety. Well, no shit. Our school is cooperating fully with the ongoing police investigation after you found out that the item did not pose any threat. It's an ongoing investigation. Okay. And we are handling the situation in accordance with the Irving ISD Student Code of Conduct and applicable laws. Please rest assured that we will always take necessary steps to keep our school as safe as possible, even if it means interrogating and making a 14-year-old child feel like he is a grown-ass man. Sure. Okay. I recommend using this opportunity. Hey, listen to this. Now, this line is rich right here. It says, I recommend using the opportunity to talk with your child about the Student Code of Conduct and specifically not bringing items to school that are prohibited. Wow. Okay, so an alarm clock is going to be on that list of things that's not prohibited in school, right? I mean, there are plenty of alarm clocks at that school, I bet. So now alarm clocks, especially the ones that's set to alarm and set to go off, are now prohibited. Which is not prohibited by any means now. But since this kid brought a homemade built alarm clock to that school, that's probably going to get prohibited now, which is fucking stupid. But anyway, let's move right along. Also, this is a good time to remind your child how important it is to immediately report any suspicious items and or suspicious behavior they observe to any school employee so we can address it right away. We will always take necessary precautions to protect our students. Thank you for understanding and support of MacArthur High School as we do everything we can for your child's safety. Sincerely, Daniel Cummins. Now that last paragraph is basically what it is. They're blaming that child for bringing a homemade, home-built clock to school. Gave him a 3-day suspension saying it was his fault. He didn't violate any of the student code. Bringing an alarm clock is not suspicious, but it violated the code of conduct in that school. You know what? This is the reason why America just sucks. It really does. It's trash. Just pure trash. And hey, this is the product of a post 9/11 world. Everybody is spooked. Ooh, That kid looks like that kid is Islamic. His name is Ahmed Mohamed. We better keep an eye on him, Bob. That's a future terrorist, Bob. Keep an eye on him, Bob. He's gonna blow us up, Bob. He's gonna get a plane and ram it into a building, Bob. This is the type of world we live in. Now, I feel sorry for the kid, and the outrage is on Twitter and other social media, in which they should be, because this is outrageous. But as I said before, the school is within their rights to do this because of this post 9/11 world, post Boston bombing world. They can do all this. They can racially profile because it's within their right. They can do that. And it seems wrong. Now, they're probably going to go through with the civil suit of this, but I don't know how it's going to go, because all the opposing parties going to say, well, we had to protect the integrity of our school and our students within the school. That's going to be their argument. Now, I don't know if they're going to win. I hope something is done about this, because this kid's civil rights was violated. But more is to come of this story. Well, I don't know if any more is going to come out, because there was some kind of interview with the kid, but there's not nothing posted up about it. Post all of this, post of what he had to go through with interrogation, even though he's a 14-year-old. But if anything else comes out, I'm gonna post the story immediately, guys. So that's the end of this video. But before you guys leave, like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video, guys. Please share this video. And once again, thank you for tuning in to the Grow News Network. I'm signing off.